Hey everybody, how you all doing today? My name is Leah from the Wellness Garden Tool Shed, and I welcome you to this week's reading. And boy, do we need something right now to try to give us a little bit of calmness with what's going on in the world. I am using the Fairy Tarot deck by Radleigh Valentine, and Doreen Virtue used to do it, but apparently she's not into this anymore. So anyway, how this works is I pull 10 cards just to see how this energy flows and what we can do. And I can only imagine that this, bombing thing is on everybody's mind. So how can we try to stay calm as it feels like the world outside of us is falling apart, okay? Because, again, we look at the media, we see things that are going on, but I want you to take an inventory, a personal inventory, to see if whatever is happening is going on in your immediate world right in front of you. And then you address those kind of things. So let's begin with the 10 card spread. As I am shuffling these, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this kind of things. Please share. It helps boost the channel. And please leave me a comment on how are y'all doing? Are you feeling okay? Are you scared? Are you feeling good? Let me know what you think about everything that's going on right now in the world. And but we'll keep it friendly. There's no judgment here, okay? All right, so first card is the situation. What is the situation? Ace of Winter. Oh yeah, we're in for a bumpy start, you guys. So when there's bumps in the road, this doesn't mean you're supposed to give up. This just means you're supposed to push forward and start thinking clearly, okay? So maybe things won't be so bad as we think they might be, okay? It just feels like it because we've hit some major bumps in the road. So let's see what the block is, or the energy. So the High Priestess is all about calling in your intuition, your feminine side, and empathy. We need that right now, right? So let's get in tune and in touch with our own empathy, because that's what's going to help navigate these bumps in the roads that we're dealing with. And trust your gut, your intuition, how you're feeling. Kind of do a little personal inventory on your feelings and see if you can get some kind of intuitive hits, if you will. And that will help you, because I think right now we're only looking at all of the physical stuff, all of the mental stuff, and now we need to get in touch with the heart stuff. So let's see oops. Of course, I just knocked those over. I also didn't do my hair. I just did a hot tub. This is Saturday night that I'm filming this, and because I'm going to be busy tomorrow, and I want to get this video out tomorrow. But excuse me while I go and pick up these cards. Sorry about that, okay? Yeah, that was just like I dumped a whole bunch of them down here. I hope you guys aren't as crazy as me and the Butterfingers and all those kind of things. Okay, all right, so let us proceed. Okay, so patience. This is a 7 of Autumn. We're going to have to exercise patience, because as much as all of this turmoil or chaos or craziness seems like that's going on in the world today, that might have us a little fear, or that's making us all fight with each other, this is kind of happening for our new beginning. And yes, it's a rough start, but trust me, it's gonna, the things that we're planting now are probably gonna grow. I mean, we are in a revolutionary time, so it might take a little bit of time, but this is where we need to trust the process, okay? Like everything kind of happens for a reason. I know it seems dire at times, but everything does. Our worst experiences, even in our own personal life, a lot of times we can see what it was all for in the long run. So this is kind of one of those things too. That's kind of the theme, because it's that rough start, that rough beginning, like, oh goodness. But let's just see the things that we have planted a long time ago will override all the negativity of the immediate situation. All right, what did we learn? We learned that money is an issue. 5 of Autumn is the money card. This is where everybody's worried about money. We've been through this before. These are situations the change, everybody hates change, right? They all want change, but everybody hates change. So this does say to exercise caution when it comes to your finances. That is what we've known from the past, and that is how we can kind of head towards the future is being mindful of how we spend our money, because that will kind of alleviate some of your stress during these times if we think the tariffs are going up, or if this bombing has any kind of significance to our daily lives. Okay, I know it does to other people's daily lives, but we're just going to have to see, right? So what's for the higher good? The partnerships. Okay, the Lover's card right here. So this is, I don't know if it's all of us coming together, that this new bumpy start is actually driving people closer together. Like, I've never really agreed with Marjorie Taylor Greene before. She's kind of different, and she's kind of turned a new leaf, which is weird, because a lot of people are saying, well, I never thought I would find myself agreeing with her, and they are, or with Tucker Carlson. So it's interesting that maybe this feuding actually is going to bring us all together. Wouldn't that be interesting, right? Because we are better in numbers. Remember the old saying, divide and conquer, we're stronger together. And there's a lot more of us than people that are in Congress or the Senate or any of that stuff, okay? Or even the people that rule the worlds. Just saying, there's a lot more of us, right? So, what's around the corner for us? 2 of Autumn. There's going to be a lot going on, okay? So this is going to be a juggling act, and with the chaos and the overwhelming feelings that are going on, try to get curious. When you get curious about situations, that kind of takes you out of it, like you're the observer looking down on everything instead of being a participant, and it kind of alleviates a little bit of stress, and kind of find the little jokes that you can, just to take a little bit of fun and lightheartedness to something that's very stressful. Okay, so again, these cards are not dire, so I think yeah, it's a bumpy start. We already know that, right? A lot's happened just since this year. It's been a lot's gone on. So let's see what our superpower is. What is our superpower to guide us through any kind of negativity or drama? Emperor. So it's, what will really help you is to be logical, okay? Really think about what is going on, okay? This is leadership. This is asking us to really tap into our leadership skills and be logical about it. And like I was saying, kind of remove yourself from the situation and, get curious as opposed to freaked out and just reacting to what's going on. This logic, having steps and organizing your thoughts and thinking on purpose, kind of allows things to work out better for you. And then that way you can kind of maybe reason through it to are those thoughts happening? Are they real? Can you shut them off? Maybe I need to stand up and be a leader for what I know is right and actually say something. Maybe that's it. That's going to be our superpower right now, is leadership skills. So let's see what is the outside circumstance or the outside help. Yes, again, see, it doesn't help us when we're being snide and telling people that they're dumb for what their beliefs are, or saying "see, told you so" or any of that. None of that is useful. This is really about building relationships and people that maybe they think now they made a mistake, or what they did, when it comes to voting, having voter regret, whatever. But at the same time, you don't want to make people feel dumb because they thought they were doing the right thing at the time they were doing it. And whether you agree with it or not, we need to come together. Again, for the higher good, coming together. We got lovers, and then we got lovers. So again, these are relationships that we're building together. Okay, they don't have to be lovers as in, total romantic. It could be platonic, or it could be a partnership. Either way, I think we're being asked in this situation to come together, find common ground, and start leading our own lives. And I bet you will see an improvement in our mental status. Instead of letting everybody else take the lead, it's time for you to take the lead in your own life. What are our wishes, hopes for? The wishes are, we're fearful that we have to defend ourselves. Well, probably we're going to have to do that to a degree. So again, you stand up for what's right, but I do believe we got to do it with kindness and, coming together. Empathy, when somebody's telling you something and they're defending their position, can we see it from another point of view and use empathy and not hate or judgment or belittlement and those kind of types of things? That is how we'll get through this, okay? So what does this last card tell us? Justice will be served. Bam. So that's interesting, right? Because there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't think we always have all the information. Some people think they have all the information. Another group thinks they have all the information. Do we have all the information? Probably not. But what will help us in this situation of our rough start into 2025, yes, it is a bumpy start. Do I think in the long run it's going to be good? Was this a necessary bumpy ride so that we can adjust what we're doing? I kind of do. And that is because we haven't used empathy forever, okay? We need to start thinking about other people and really getting into our intuitive side, getting checked in with your heart again, and really starting to care about other people. That's what this high priestess is about. She doesn't just judge, she weighs things out very carefully, but she does it with compassion and empathy, and that has been missing for a long time, I think, since the whole selfie movement, and now we're going into a new kind of thing. And again, Pluto's in Aquarius, revolution. How do revolutions start? Usually starts out kind of funky, right? But revolution might be a good idea, right? We've planted seeds. I don't know when the seeds have been planted personally, and I don't know what seeds they've been, but this does kind of promise you that those seeds that have been planted are kind of coming to fruition. All the stuff was kind of planted, and now we're starting to see it or going to see it soon. But this also tells us to have patience and let things unfold the way they're supposed to. Yes, the change is happening. This Five of Autumn is about change, and this is about physical, material change. Nobody likes change. We want change, but we don't like it. And this does tend to come with money. And again, people are kind of worried about money, kind of worried about their circumstances, worried about all these things. And we do have a little bit of reason to be worried, but is it happening right now? We've dealt with this before. This is why this card is in the past. How did you deal with it the last time that you were scared? You might want to think about that and use that for this week coming up. Again, lovers for the higher good. This whole drama situation, I believe, is going to bring people together because they're going to finally come with compassion and empathy. This is for a higher good, so that we use the love energy. Better things come from love energy than the negative ones. So hopefully that is the case. Again, when things are feeling overwhelming and causing anxiety, try to think of ways to make light of it, okay? There are a lot of comedians that joke about stuff. Maybe you want to do that. Turn off the news, turn some comedy on, do something to lighten the load, because there's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be stuff thrown at us all over the place where you're going to probably feel a little overwhelmed. Turn it off. You have choices. Choices. This is your power, is taking the lead in your own life. Instead of you responding to everything that's going on, be the leader in your own world. That's going to help you greatly. Outside forces, people do want to come together. They feel bad for stuff, and maybe there's people who have had discord or discourse in their previous relationships and want to come back together. And so this is really worth keeping relationships, not fighting over things, and coming together again, like the Lovers card. It's okay to defend your position. In fact, you probably should. But again, do it with empathy. This is stand up for what you believe, but don't trample on somebody else, okay? And then it'll all come together. I think something might go down this week with, there's been court stuff every day, so who knows what exactly. But justice is going to find its way, okay? It always does. So that's what we have for you for this week coming up. I'll be posting this video tomorrow. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. I really want to know what you think about this. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you stressed out? Are you going to try to take the lead in your own life? Are you going to look and see if things are really happening to you at this moment? And if they're not happening at this moment, can we let go of some of that fear and try to find a little joy, peaks of joy? We've had some shorts on that. And so that would be what I would tell you, how you can handle this overwhelming feeling of uncertainty in the world right now. Because life's full of changes, and life is also very uncertain. Why don't you get comfortable with that for a little bit? But justice will be served. Things are going to have a way of working out. The truth is going to be make itself known, and justice will be served. So with that, again, thank you again, and thank you for all my subscribers who actually listen to me and like these videos. I so appreciate it so much. And with that, have a great day.